Welcome to Bifocal. This is our very first show. And in this show, we're really just going to give you some insight to what bifocal is and what we're going to be talking about. Stay tuned. Welcome back. This is our first show, and I thought what I would do here is kind of just give you a little background of what bifocal is, what we're going to be talking about, and so then you can decide where you may want to jump in. Bifocal is a brand new show. We're going to be having podcasts. We're going to have live, or not live, but a YouTube channel going on as well. And so there's going to be multiple places for you to go and jump in. And bifocal is brand new, and we have been working on this for about 2 months now, pulling this together, and we think we finally have it where we want it. And in bifocal, we're going to be covering 3 main areas, 3 segments, if you will. And I think you're going to find there's going to be something for you. The first area that we're going to talk about is business. And in business, we're going to talk about all aspects of business. We're going to talk about sales. We're going to talk about marketing. We're going to talk about human relations. We're going to talk about employees. We're going to talk about industry trends, managers, philosophies. We're going to talk about all kinds of different things relative to business. Secondly, we're going to talk about life, things that we deal with every day, stresses, priorities, juggling time, hobbies, just the everyday things that we deal with every day. And we're going to have people come in and talk about things that they go through during the day. And I'm kind of excited about this segment because I think we're going to go lots of different ways under our life segment. And then the last segment is faith. And we're going to talk about all areas of faith. And I'm of the Christian faith, and I just think it's a very interesting topic to talk about. There's a lot of deep views on faith. There's people who have been felt they've been mistreated by a church or mistreated by a person or that type of thing. And now they got this bad taste in their mouth about faith or about church or about God. And then there's the other side of the people that they are very, very dedicated in their relationship with Christ. And so we're going to talk about all of that. And I think it's going to be interesting. And in all of those segments, we're going to have guest speakers come in. And some of the guest speakers will be experts on the topic that we're talking about. And others may be just individuals that have an interesting view on the topic. And so I think it's going to be pretty interesting where we go with this. I personally am finding this interesting because for those of you who know me, I am not a big social media guy. I have a Facebook account, but the only thing I use it for is to buy and sell things. For example, all the cameras, this camera that we're looking at right here, and this camera over here, and others that are in our studio, they're all cameras I bought used off of Marketplace, and that's what I use Facebook for. I'm not big on LinkedIn. I'm not big on Twitter. I don't have a Twitter account. And so it's going to be interesting to see where I go with some of this because social media has not been a big area. And if I'm totally honest and candid, I've never even listened to a podcast. And so now the thought of me doing this, it's very interesting for me personally. I don't know where this podcast will go. Then again, when I started Concept 18 years ago this month, When I started Concept, I wasn't sure where that was going to go. And who knew 18 years later? Well, one, who knew we would be around in 18 years? And who knew 18 years later that we would have 100 employees and have just taken on the dynamics that we've taken on? So for me, the journey is really where it's at. The journey is really what's going to be fun. I don't have some preconceived notion of where I want to go with Bifocal. And I think in the 3 topical areas that I want to talk about, I think it can take me in a lot of different areas. And I think there's going to be something for you. I think there's going to be something out there for everybody. And that's what I'm excited about it. So I don't have a destination in mind of where I want to go. I'm kind of open to the journey. I think that's what I learned in starting Concept, that I don't know if I'm the type that I want to set some goal out there. Right now, I'm kind of more interested in the journey and where this could go. And I think consequently, it might be interesting to see where we go. So that's a little bit about Bifocal. Bifocal, it falls under a new company that I just started called Dan Harsh and Associates. You can see us at www.danharsh.com. And in that business, I'm also have a consulting business that I've started, and I'm excited about that as well. So I got a new journey I'm going down. This Bifocal is a big part of it, and I'm excited to kick it off. I hope this gives you a little bit of insight to what we're going to be doing, and I hope you're going to tune in. Thanks for tuning in today, and check us out. Thanks.